I have a question for you. What is love? Is it the butterflies in your stomach or the infatuation of someone? I'm here to prove to you that love is God and God is love with facts and logic and the Bible as well. In John 1 verses 1, it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." What the Word means isn't just about the Word in the Bible, it also refers to Jesus. And how did Jesus live his life? Through love. He ate with taxpayers, with sinners, he forgave people, he healed the sick. His whole life was a testament of selfless act of love. So if Jesus was there in the beginning and he is love, then that means that God, an infinite being with an intelligent mind, when he created the world, it was filled with love. The source of it was love. Meaning that if we are created in his likeness, that means we should love like him. Love allows us to grow. It allows us to help people. It helps us look past people's mistakes and instead care for them and do the right thing. Love is forgiveness in times of hurting. Love is patient in times of waiting. We can summarize all of the teachings in the Bible into commandments. It's when Jesus said, "Love God with all your mind, with all your heart, with all your soul, and love your neighbor as yourself." Notice how both of these things are about love. It isn't about being right all the time, and it isn't about having animal sacrifices or forcing people to believe in what you believe. Rather, it's about love. It's about when someone is rude to you, you love them anyway, and you act kind to them. You do what Jesus would do because he is love in itself. Love is not self-seeking. How many times do we enter relationships because we felt something, because being with them makes us feel happy and excited? Self-seeking. Why don't we approach our relationships in a way that is more selfless, that is more caring, that instead of thinking about whether this person will leave me or not, think, what can I do to love and care this person infinitely, selflessly as God? The reason why it's difficult to think this way is because we are not God. We are human. We make mistakes. We're sinners. But if we follow in his footsteps, if we love others just because he loved us first, the world will become a better place with you in it. Just imagine how much better your friendships will be if you forgave more than you counted their mistakes, or how much better your relationship with your parents would be if you stopped holding a grudge against them for how much they pressured you into following them, and instead you love them for who they are and you look past the mistakes and the imperfections instead of holding on to them, forgiving them, loving them as Jesus. So in order to love better, we should know love itself, which is God. God is love and love is God. The more we know God, the better we can love. Because think about it. You know that celebrity or that basketball player that you saw on Instagram and that you really inspired by? For me, it was Kobe Bryant. I studied him, I analyzed him. I wanted to be like him. The more I understood his life and how he played, the more I became him. The same way, we should do the same thing with God. The more we understand him, the more we'll be like him. Although we'll never be like him because he's a perfect being, but rather we can love better like him. Mold yourself into his likeness. Ask him to mold you. Ask him to cleanse your heart and become better. If you want better relationships, if you want better or more meaningful work, or you're having problems with your mental health, focus on knowing him, being and understanding God so that you can learn to love others and yourself. God is love. Love is God. Let us all strive to live and love like him. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Amen.